The Saints being led out tonight by Sean Lucas. He's today's match day mascot. A big day for this young lad. He's only 6 years of age. He lives at Haydock, but he attends Parkfield School at Birkdale for hearing impaired children. Unfortunately, he was left totally deaf because of meningitis at 7 months old. It's a big day for this lad. It just shows you that even certain handicapped persons can take part in sport, which you already know. His favourite player is Paul Loughlin. He was out there with Paul before, having his photo taken. A big day for this young fella. He's over there with Paul, just doing his limbering up movements, and now Shane Cooper is bringing him to the centre spot. So there's today's match day mascot, Sean Lucas from Haydock. He's going centre field with captain Shane Cooper, the Oldham captain this evening, Mike Ford, just shaking hands with the dignitaries. Today's referee, John Connolly of Wigan, and there's both captains and the Oldham match day mascot. And the teams for this evening, both injury-riddled sides. Saints at number 1, Tanner. The three-quarters of Hunt, Bailey, Loughlin and Quirk. Half-back partnership of Phil Beavers and Paul Bishop. In the front row we have John Harrison, Paul Groves, Kevin Ward. The back three of Dwyer, Mann and Cooper. From there's young Sean, just going off down to the tunnel, going down to join his parents. Big day for him there, and away he goes. Something to remember for the rest of his life. Substitutes for Saints are Jonathan Griffiths and Paul Jones, and the Oldham side, I'll just run through them quickly. A number 1 round, three-quarter line of Francis, Robinson, Henderson and Lord. Half-back partnership of Foy and Ford. In the front row, Joint, Ruane and Atkinson, with the back three of Newton, McAllister and Cogger, with substitutes Hyde and Russell. So Charlie McAllister gets us underway, kicks it deep. Both of these sides involved in the Challenge Cup action on Sunday. Saints losing possession there. Oldham have it on the far side. The game is stopped. A penalty to Oldham. Shane Cooper there just having a friendly chat with the referee Connolly. Oldham now there, take it up, and a planned ploy and a big forward bursting through. Saints defence have to hold firm. Oldham caretaker coach is John Fieldhouse, ex-favourite at the Saints here. Charlie McAllister coming onto a short ball, he tries to get it out. Saints forced to defend early on in the game after surrendering early possession. Inside ball to Joint. Big lad. Come through the A-team ranks at Oldham. Forward. Tries to get it going inside, but he loses possession. Saints snap it up quickly. Groves took it, and Bernard Dwyer at dummy half. Saints spread it quickly. Loughlin now. Loughlin's away. Quirk's with him. Quirk taking the defence on. Norman Francis, he pushes one off. Francis has him now. But Saints move upfield. 45, 50 yards. Bishop, Cooper along the line. George Mann pushes one off, does George. John Cogger there comes round his legs, and Cogger brings him down. Well, Oldham there penalised. Cogger it is for holding down at the play of the ball. So Saints' first penalty goal, 2 minutes of play gone, 1 penalty each, and Saints are electing to have a go for goal. Just while Paul Loughlin is teeing up. Wish happy 86th birthday to Charlie Gill. Unfortunately he can't attend tonight. He's been taken bad in the last few days. So we wish him a happy 86th birthday. Best wishes from your video team and Ed and Bet. As I said, both of these teams in cup action. The game should have been played here at Nosey Road on Sunday, but with Oldham entertaining Salford and Saints at Thrum Hall, Halifax. Both teams through to the semi-final, and let's be quite honest, both of the teams should have contested last year's final, as both Oldham and St Helens were done in the semi-final stages. Loughlin strikes it well, right through the uprights. 3 minutes gone, and Saints with a 2-0 lead. Paul Loughlin, 68th goal of the season. Yes, both teams unlucky last season, with Saints having 2 forward passes ruled against them as Wigan run out winners, and Oldham as they kick through. Well, Mark Bailey breaking the defence. Paul Groves wants a quick play the ball. Oldham press it up quickly, but Saints spread it again. Bishop looking for the gap, he turns inside. It's released and Oldham come up with it. Unfortunately, Bishop looking to spread it. Well, Shane Cooper rakes at the ball, but Saints are penalised for offside. Just as I was saying before, Oldham very unlucky. They played Warrington in the semi-final. They kicked it through late on in the game. The Oldham player was perfectly positioned onside, but I think it was referee Holdsworth that ruled him offside. The video shows he was clearly onside, but that doesn't matter. Referee Holdsworth made a decision, and unfortunately Oldham dumped out, which it would have been their first Wembley appearance. Anyway, they're in the semis again. They're playing the old pie eaters. Marvellous, isn't it, how the Rugby League, they wanted the draw. Well, the final they wanted was Wigan and Widnes, really, the 2 most informed teams, to be quite honest. And whatever means they succumbed to, they both came out separate, with Saints and Widnes in the semi at Central Park a week after the Oldham and Wigan one at Burnden Park. So front row forward there. Keith Atkinson levels the scores up after 5 minutes play with a penalty goal. Excuse me. Well, Loughlin ready to get us underway. Kicks it deep. Norman Francis takes it well. Drives into George Mann and John Harrison. Mann breaks the ball and spreads it quickly. Groves is away. It's on to Cooper. Cooper turns back looking for a gap, but his counterpart Cogger wraps him up. Tries to push him back. Charlie McAllister in there, but Groves scampers away. Bishop on his left. Groves has to take the tackle. Nice, pleasant evening. It's been a grand day over here at St Helens anyway. Harrison, diagonal run, looking for support. Solid tackling from Oldham this time. George Mann at dummy half, moves it right. Bishop, Cooper along the line. Kevin Ward turns in the tackle. He's looking to release it. Second row forward there, Keith Newton, ex-Widnes forward, completing the tackle. But it's Saints in the Oldham 25. Loop movement with Groves. Back to Groves again. On to Bailey on the far side. Turns it inside. Saints keeping it alive. Bernard Dwyer. He brings it back centre field. Sixth and final tackle signified. Bishop, is he going for the drop? He is. It's over. Paul Bishop there. Pops it over. His 3rd drop goal of the season with the Saints. And it just edges the Saints into a 1-point lead. 3 points to 2 the score. Plenty time remaining. We've only played 7 minutes, but that's a trademark of Bishop there, especially when he used to play for Warrington and he got anywhere near our sticks. He always tried to pop one over. He did it there, and it could prove crucial at the end of the game. Who knows? McAllister kicks off. Dwyer takes it. Brings it up to the 25. Groves, he's been substitute the last couple of weeks after being out with a nasty rib cartilage injury. But he's back in, slotted in there at the hooker spot. And Groves there, scampering away. Breaks through, he's still going, he's Groves. Well, solid tackling there. 35-yard run from Groves. Cooper, Loughlin. And this is the difference with these Saints. They're running onto this ball tonight. and it's nice to be actually playing on a bit of grass. As a good friend of mine and statistician Bernard Roby said at Halifax on Sunday, we're used to playing on grass, but we'll have to put up with this. And we did. It was like a mud bath, but we came through it. And superb precision kicking there from Paul Bishop. Saw nobody at home on the far side, the main stand side here at Nosey Road, the corner of the Eddington. And he peppered it up there, it found touch. It's Oldham head and ball. Oldham come up with possession. They try to move it cross field, but Vevers, versatile Vevers, play anywhere. He's at standoff today. It's now with John Cogger. Had a spell with Runcorn, and then Oldham snapped him up. He was the centre of a bit of wrangling. He wasn't going to come back last season. But he's a versatile campaigner. Oldham still in possession. Bernard Dwyer and Shane Cooper in at the tackling. And Cooper certainly leading his troops. Home for the kick downfield. Charlie McAllister. Big Maori forward. Well, that's some distance on it, hasn't it? No wind out tonight here at Nosey Road, but McAllister gets his boot behind it on his own 25, and it finds the dead ball line. Bishop to restart. Les Quirk coming in field. Groves moves up. Oldham line out. Kevin Ward drives up. Certainly the pitch looking in excellent condition. George Mann, put out pass there, comes on the blind side. Amazing strength of this Kiwi forward, George Mann. Saints move it infield. Bishop, Beavers along the line. Loughlin misses out one, onto Bailey. Bailey loses it. Going to be a knock on, is it? It is, as Bailey couldn't take it. Saints moving it across the face of the field. And the ball going down just outside the Saints 25. Scrum down again, Oldham feed. Oldham taking the scrums 2-0, and Cogger taking it blindside. Saints have to move in quickly. Over on that Paul Lord wing, but Oldham spreading it across now, looking for the gaps. Full back Paul Round, ex-Saints favourite. He play anywhere round, doesn't he? He's full back, loose forward, second row forward, front row forward. But it's Oldham still in possession, just outside the Saints 25. Des Foy, international three-quarter. Oldham with the forward. Well, looks as though he was a little impaired there in his efforts to get the ball as George Mann tried to get in. Looks as though he was pushed off the ball, but another 6 tackles. McAllister feeds it inside to Steve Robinson, and it's now with the front row forward Chris Joint. Centre field, well, he's lost possession. George Mann again, wreaking havoc in this Oldham defence. That's twice that George Mann's come up with possession in the tackle, stolen the ball from the opposition. Groves, Cooper, Bernard Dwyer straightens up as the Oldham defence come in and close the Saints down as they try to move it. Kevin Ward turns in the tackle well. Steve Robinson there gathers it. Did well as Ward tried to came through. He came through, slipped it back to Groves, but Robinson came up with it. McAllister, good play there from Atkinson, but Oldham in possession, 8 yards short of the Saints line. Inside ball, yes, full back. Paul Round coming through. Oldham registers the first try. Good play from Oldham, a set move at the play of the ball. 12 minutes gone, and Paul Round coming through. Big lad like Round coming through onto a short ball near the line, and he'll take some stopping, won't he? Paul Round registers the first try of the evening for Oldham. Edges them into a 6-3 lead, and just a formality for the conversion. Round receives the plaudits of the Oldham faithful down here just below us. But it's Atkinson there, teeing the ball up. Already kicked one penalty goal. 6-3 the score. This will be 8-3. Chase Atkinson slots it over. 6 points to Oldham, making 8 in total. 3 points to the Saints. So Saints losing possession there as Kevin Ward came through. The right centre Robinson took play up into this right-hand corner, then it was spread right to centre field. It's just under the sticks, and from the resulting play, Paul Round came over at short range. Saints kick off, it's on to Norman Francis, drive straight into John Harrison. George Mann in there to complete the tackle. Oldham moving it cross field, it's Round again. Oldham certainly need points in the Stones Bitter League Championship. They're wallowing in 12th position. Both 12th, 13th and 14th doomed to the drop at the end of the season as Cogger tries to sprint off. Rochdale certainly doomed to the second division. And it was Rochdale, Hull KR and Oldham that were promoted at the end of last season. As Oldham kicked downfield, Les Quirk takes it. There was a bit of doubt about Les Quirk's fitness this evening. He had a knock in the throat at Halifax on Sunday. Also Tira Patty out with a broken finger, or a dislocated finger. And Jonathan Griffiths, man of the match on Sunday, on the substitutes bench this evening due to a slight groin strain. Cooper trying to get things going. Lovely ball from Ward, it was to Cooper. Bishop comes to kick through, but Oldham judged offside. Penalty to the Saints. Loughlin, is he going for goal? He is. All points could be crucial. That was Halifax's downfall in one way, even though Saints were far better on the day than them. They got a lucky try with a charge down, and then a try that wasn't a try right in front of the sticks, where he was grounded short, clearly short, as it was on the video. But they had a chance to pull 2 penalty goals back. They didn't take those chances, which could have pulled them back in the game. But Paul Loughlin, he's going to have a go. Already kicked one, and Bishop with a drop goal. "15 yards in, 35 yards out, nearly. Strikes it well, Loughlin, yes, nothing wrong with that, is there? Right between the uprights. To the Saints, 8 to Oldham. Oldham to kick off. Also this evening we've got a visitor from America who's I've been asked to give a mention to. Kelly Bott, his name. He's a young fella, he came up and saw me before. He's here for 12 months. And the friends that he lives around the corner from in Lee, who are Saints spectators, they said they'd be bringing him here regular. So special wishes to Kelly Bott. I hope you enjoy your stay here in Great Britain, and that you watch the Saints at Wembley at the end of April. Bernard Dwyer for the Saints, driving it up. Well, head high tackle there, must be. Referee Connolly blowing up. It's Keith Atkinson that's being pulled out. Certainly didn't look anything in it from over here, but referee Connolly right in on the job. Saints awarded the penalty. 3 penalties to 2 in the Saints' favour. 16.5 minutes gone, with Oldham taking the scrums 2-0. Groves on to John Harrison. 8-5 the score, and Saints yet to get into top gear, I'm sure. Groves inside to Kevin Ward. Did well there, Ward. Pushed the first line of defence off from a standing start. Bishop, very in play. Beavers coming through. George Mann juggled with it. Must have been taking lessons off Alan Hunt. Plays it quickly. It's on to Loughlin. Takes a bundles, Loughlin. Oh, just couldn't get the ball away. But George Mann again, getting things going. Beavers, Bishop. Oldham player offside there as Ward comes on. Lovely ball there to Tanner. Well, a forward pass is ruled there. Certainly questioned that referee indecision at that time. Saints with lovely inter-passing movement, but the final pass to David Tanner there being a judge forward. But some beautiful ball handling skills from the Saints. George Mann creating havoc in the Oldham defence here. Loughlin came up, he'd Quirk on his left. George Mann was looming on his right. He couldn't release it. Oldham tackled him well, and Kevin Ward just taking a knock there as he went through. But anyway, I was presuming he'd given a knock on. I do beg your pardon in me ranting and raving, but Saints have been awarded a penalty. So whether it's a high tackle or what, we don't know. Sort that out for yourself, anything can happen. But Saints have been awarded a penalty. This is going to bring the Saints back within 1 point of Oldham. Paul Loughlin keeping the Saints in the hunt. And these goals have got to be taken, there's no danger about that. 20 yards out, more or less centre field. Strikes it well, no problem. Bangs it between the uprights. Paul's third goal of the evening and his 70th of the season. The score now, St Helens 7, Oldham 8. Saints points courtesy of 3 Paul Loughlin goals, a Bishop drop goal, whereas Oldham do have an Atkinson penalty goal with a Paul Round try converted by Atkinson. Bernard Dwyer threading his way through, certainly in the heart there in the engine room at St Helens. Dwyer certainly gets through some work. Well, the ball's loose, Oldham come up with possession. A knock-on has been ruled. I don't know how we can rule that. Surely if Oldham come up with possession, it's theirs. Or if the Saints have been dispossessed after he'd shouted held, I would imagine that's the reason. He must have shouted held, and then the Oldham came up with possession. But Oldham win the heel, move it over quickly. John Henderson on the far side. Oldham taking all the scrum possession. Saints haven't had a feed at the scrum, but the ball kicked through there and the tackle count wave clean. As Oldham spreading it just outside the Saints 25, Keith Atkinson. Lucky to be playing rugby, this Atkinson, out with a broken back for quite a considerable length of time. Charlie McAllister comes through onto Foy. Yes, Foy's over. Well, the Saints defence tested again as McAllister came through on a blockbusting run. He was tackled, but obviously it wasn't sufficient as he got the ball away to the supporting Des Foy, and he outpaced the Saints defence to go under right in front of the sticks. 12 points to 7 the score. Applause there from the Oldham spectators, and no doubt some of the Saints spectators. A well-worked try there. Oldham moving the ball quickly outside the Saints 25-yard line. They moved it across. McAllister came through. He's a big handful, this big Maori. Well, centre, second row forward. He came through. As I said, he was tackled, but he managed to release the ball. Foy was in support, and he went over under the sticks. 12 points to 7 the score, just a formality for the goal kicking conversion. Atkinson again, I would imagine. Strikes it well, right between the uprights. 14-7 the score, 21 and a half minutes gone, and Saints looking to register the first try this evening. Oldham disposed of Salford in the third round of the Challenge Cup last Sunday, a game which I thought would be tightly contested, but Oldham running out clear winners, 40 points to 3. Saints had a tough tie at Thrumhall, but came through 24 points to 16. Paul Loughlin gets us underway again. Francis runs it up. George Mann clamps him. John Harrison there. But Oldham with the tails up, 14 points to 7. And they certainly look dangerous when they get in the Saints 25-yard area. Only been down there twice and come up with 2 tries. Forward, onto Paul Round. Well, he releases it. Well, Vivers quickly in there. Sharp as a tack, Phil Vivers. Saints move it. George Mann comes in for the tackle. 2 Oldham defenders bring him down. Atkinson, one of them. Cooper. Vivers now straightens up. Well, looked a little high. Touch judge looking for an indication. The referee looking for an indication from his touch judge, who says it was round the chest. But Vivers is up. It's Saints still in possession, looking to penetrate this Oldham rank. Ward. Support play there. Groves comes back, flicks it up to Cooper. He brings it over to the left, onto Loughlin, into space. Loughlin gives the dummy. He drives for the line. He's brought down 2 yards short. Had the Oldham defence bamboozled there, did Loughlin. But they closed up, they closed ranks. Now with Evers. Grubbers it through, does Evers. It's still going. Well, it certainly looked offside there, did Ford. As that came off, well, it wasn't Ford that came up with it. It certainly looked offside as the ball was kicked through on an Oldham player. But Oldham are in possession. Oldham weather the storm. Dwyer marking up there. There's Foy coming away with it. The try scorer. Well, he didn't connect there, did Paul Loughlin. Foy was coming down in the tackle. Good job he didn't connect with it. He may have been dispatched for the proverbial early bath. But anyway, Oldham have the penalty. That makes the 5th. Beg your pardon, the 3rd. Fine touch. 10 yards outside their own 25. There's Duke Andy Ruane. Inside ball there to Joint, I think it is. Prop forward. Driving through, but Sir George Mann brings him down. Cogger at dummy half. Cooper took a knock. They're just in the just outside the halfway. Being treated by Saints physio Jeanette Smith. The game is over on the far side now with Oldham still in possession and moving it. Quick hands as Paul Round comes up, but Loughlin wraps him up. Ex-teammates here at St Helens. Quite a good connection at Oldham of St Helens players as Oldham grubber through and fine touch just in the Saints 25. Got Austin Donegan out with an injury. Sean Allen went to Oldham. John Fieldhouse, the caretaker player coach, and Paul Round there at full back for this evening's game. Saints with the first scrum feed. Bishop feeds it. Saints up with possession. On to Vevers. Good ball taken by Loughlin. Moving over to the right. Good play there. Vevers took the man, passed over the top. Loughlin taking the tackle. Bailey trying to scramble through from acting half-back. But good clamp tackling. And Groves again is away well. Hampered at the play. The ball is Groves. It was knocked back and Saints regather possession. Bernard Dwyer is away. Alan Hunt's with him. But Dwyer takes the tackle just short of the Oldham 25. Good play from the Saints. They move it cross field. Vevers again, sees the gap. Turns inside as Vevers with Bishop. Go, Cooper coming through. Saints tidy it up, but a knock on being ruled. Bishop turned round there. Cooper coming through. He'd have shouted for it, but he couldn't take it cleanly. The ball adjudged to have been knocked forward, and the scrum down with an Oldham feed just outside their own 25. Oldham come up with possession, and then Saints penalised for infringing at the scrum. So it's Atkinson going to kick for position. Finds touch just inside the Saints half. 27 minutes gone. 14 points to 7 the score in favour of Oldham. Ford feeds it inside. For Oldham, they're playing for the First Division survival. Ford again, inside ball to Joint. Well taken down there, Kevin Ward. And Oldham move it across. It's Joint, turns it back inside now. Game just going a bit slow in the centre field as Oldham tried to take it down the middle. Ford kicks it downfield. Dave Tanner takes it. Only about the second touch of Tanner. and only his second appearance, I think it is, of the season for the Saints. Beavers at dummy half, inside to Paul Loughlin, into space. Oh, just had his ankles tapped, did Paul Loughlin, just as he was getting away. Bishop moves it across to the right. Harrison taking up the running, good ball to Bailey. But Oldham closed down the Saints as they move it quickly. Saints will bring it over here now to the left. Cooper goes back onto Beavers, back to Cooper. Gives the dummy. Les Quirk coming in field. Quirk pushes one off. He comes back. He's still going, his Les Quirk. McAllister comes in with a tackle and Quirk being mauled on the floor by Mike Ford. George Mallet dummy half. 6 tackle, I think that was indicated as Bishop kicks it cross field. Paul Lord, left winger for Oldham, gathers it. He's brought down on his own 25-yard line. 12 minutes of the half remaining. Saints at the wrong end of a 14 points to 7 scoreline. But Saints pegging Oldham back, keeping them up there just in their own half of the ground. On to Ford, Cogger. This half-back partnership of Foy and Ford and the loose forward of Cogger probably be the playmakers, but McAllister certainly doing a lot of hard running. That'll be the 6th tackle, I think, when it's completed. No, got me sums wrong again, but Cooper knocks it down as Oldham spread it quickly. I thought that was a 6th tackle, but it wasn't to be. Cooper knocks it down. It's going to be an Oldham feed. Ford feeds. McAllister coming up with possession. It looked a hint forward that as it went on to Ford. But Oldham make 20 yards upfield. Andy Ruane along the line there. Paul Round at full back, linking up. Well, he kicks out there at Phil Beavers. Kicks Beavers while he's on the floor, and Round, he's been penalised. I beg your pardon, he hasn't been penalised. I thought the referee had looked for the touch judge on the far side, but snatching Saints player snatching at the Oldham player's ankle to play the ball is the award. That's the decision. The penalty's been given to Oldham. But certainly Paul Round there, very lucky. Kicked out at Phil Beavers as he was on the floor. And Atkinson's going to have a go for goal to put another 2 points on the Oldham score. 7-point cushion for Oldham with this penalty goal conversion to come. Earlier this season, in February, at the Watershedding, Saints just came through by 20 points to 16. They was trailing 16-8 at half-time, but finally came through with tries from Rapati, Alan Hunt 2, and 4 Paul Loughlin goals. But that was a tightly contested game, and here's Atkinson. Strikes it well. Is it curling in? It is. Right between the uprights. $16 points to 7 the score. Atkinson's 4th goal of the evening. And Connolly, referee Connolly there, penalising the Saints when it certainly looked as though Saints should have been awarded a penalty. John Harrison completing the tackle on Norman Francis, and then Bernard Dwyer coming in to just make sure he doesn't get up and run off with the ball. But it's Cogger coming through. Groves and Ward in at the tackle. Cogger wriggling in the tackle. Kevin Ward being spoken to. It's surprising what referee Connolly can see and what he can't see. He's having words there, and Oldham have been awarded another penalty. 7 penalties to 5, I make it. 32 minutes of the half gone. But Oldham kick for position and fine touch, 8 yards short of the halfway line. Saints have a few injury problems, as I said before, but Oldham, they've about 6 or 7 or maybe more out with injury. But the side isn't playing so bad tonight for them, is it? Dwyer and Ward complete the tackle, Oldham in possession, just inside their own half. Joint just brought down there by Bernard Dwyer. Handed away in. That's acting half-back. He moves it to the left. Cogger looking for space. But he's well taken down there, Cogger. Good tackle. George Mann brought him down round the ankles. Foy, McAllister coming on. Tries to pass offside. Decision there. Tried to pass round the man. And Foy picked it up. And he's duly penalised for it. He picked it up in an offside position. Loughlin finds touch. Just short of the Oldham 25. A chance now for Saints to get their act together. Looking for their first try of the evening. A planned ploy there. Groves. Cooper and Bishop in the wall. George Mann has it. Turns back to Bernard Dwyer. Dwyer straightens up. Solid tackling there on the 25-yard line. Cogger in again with McAllister. But it's Kevin Ward, centre field, pushes one off. Ward inside to Groves. Groves looking for support. There's Bishop. Lofted ball to Quirk. Yes, Quirk's in. Les Quirk in there. Saints' first try of the evening, his 19th try of the season, and good work. Centre fielder Kevin Ward taking it up. Paul Groves doing a lot of the running, looking for the support. He passed it inside to Paul Bishop. Bishop on a diagonal run, and then a superb floated ball to Les Quirk. He came onto it lovely, took it, and Oldham came in, but there's no way they'd stop Les Quirk running at that pace. But Saints back in the hunt now. 11 points to the Saints, 16 to Oldham. 6 minutes before the interval. Well worked move there, and a lovely floated ball from Paul Bishop. Paul Loughlin, as you can see, just a couple of yards in from the popular side here. 25 yards plus out. Just going to the right of the sticks, waved away by the touch judges. 11 points to the Saints, 16 to Oldham. 5 minutes remaining, and Oldham having to make a substitution. With number 14, Gary Hyde, the ex-Castleford exponent, coming on for number 3, Steve Robinson. Looks as though he's got a dislocation, does Steve? But a straight positional swap there, with Hyde slotting in at the centre to Norman Francis. McAllister to kick off. Yes, Robinson there just going to the dressing rooms. Deep kick taken by Alan Hunt. Rare touch for Hunt. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Saints moving it upfield, just registering the first try there, courtesy of Les Quirk in the corner. And Cooper onto Ward. Ward breaks through. Still going is Kevin Ward. 3-4 Oldham men on his back. 20-yard block-busting run from Kevin. Cooper flicks it up there to David Tanner. Gary Hyde there was sniffing, and Tanner didn't release it, but George Mann, good ball to Loughlin, out to Les Quirk. He's in the clear, only round to beat. Inside ball to Beavers. It's released. Bernard Dwyer takes it up. It's going to be forward. Oh, Saints spectators having a go at the referee, incurring the referee's wrath. As Saints moving quickly, Quirk support inside. As the tackle came in, the ball was jarred forward, and the referee ruling it was forward. But Oldham coming up with scrum possession, moving it across. Cogger for Oldham. Centre field, superb tackle there from John Harrison. Well, Cogger should be penalised for that, pushing the opposition off at the play of the ball. We've seen that done before this season. Just get up and get on with the job and play it. Forward, short ball there. Good play from George Mann. Took Atkinson down as he was coming through. 5-on-2 round. Forward pass. Well picked up by referee Connolly. Right on the job. Referee Connolly, one of a set of twins, both referees from Wigan. Bishop ready to feed the scrum. Saints want a clean heel and hopefully get points on the board before the half-time interval. Both sets of forwards pushing and jostling for position, and the scrum obviously not packed on the correct blade of grass, but Saints come up with the second scrum possession. Tanner into space. Good play from Tanner over to Alan Hunt. Hunt takes it. Well, that's allowed to go, and certainly that was a lot more forward than the pass just a little earlier. Saints still spreading it. Beavers, Cooper, quick hands now. Groves, overlap for the Saints. Loughlin, out to Les Quirk. He comes back inside, does Quirk, he has to take the tackle. In the last 2 minutes of the half, 16 points to 11 to score. Les Quirk being mauled at the play the ball. The Saints take it crossfield. Beavers, out to Kevin Ward. Well, that certainly looked to him forward, didn't it? But play allowed to go on. Bishop, Beavers, back to Bishop. Only a try will do. Bailey, he must be in. Yes! Superb score from the Saints. For the Saints as they put a lot of pressure on this Oldham outfit. Good play, centre field. Bishop again, heavily involved. It was moved out, and Bailey did well. He broke the tackle of the Oldham players, sidestep round and touched down about 15 yards in from the Eddington and the main stand corner there. 16 points to 15, the score in Oldham favour with this Paul Loughlin conversion to come, and this will probably be the last action of the first half. So sitting back there, 2 tries in 5 minutes, courtesy of Quirk and Bailey, and we could have easily had another one just in this corner a bit before with Les Quirk coming through, but solid Oldham tackling. Loughlin lofts it well. Oh, just unlucky there. Hit the right hand upright and flirted out. Not as lucky as Peter Brown on Sunday. When he lofted it up, it hit the crossbar and bounced over. But Saints going in there at half-time, trailing by 1 point. It's been an exciting first half. Oldham there sticking to the task, and it was Paul Loughlin and Atkinson exchanging penalty goals in the early minutes. Then a Bishop drop goal and put Saints into a 3-2 lead. Then a good try from Paul Round, running onto a short ball, converted by Atkinson. Oldham coming through. 2 Paul Loughlin penalty goals, and then a Foy try and Atkinson penalty goals. But Saints hitting back at the end of the first half with 2 tries from Quirk and Bailey. So the half-time score, 15 points to the Saints, 16 to Oldham. Ready for the kick-off for the second half of this evening's game. Saints just trailing by 1 point, 15 points to 16. Paul Jones coming on at half-time to replace Kevin Ward. Referee Connolly there just getting things underway. Deep kick. Oldham have to take it in the ring goal area. Being penalised there after what, 15 seconds I make it. They're holding the man down in the tackle, not allowing him to get up and play it quickly. Excuse me, that is the indication given. So Andy Ruane turns it inside, it's along the line. Joint as Ruane comes up at acting half-back. He moves it infield. Ford, I should say, turns it inside. That certainly looked a hint forward as it came through. But he's missed quite a few, hasn't he, this evening? He's given quite a few, but he's missed a few obvious ones. Charlie McAllister plays it. Oldham bring it blindside. Lofted cut-out pass. Sets in numbers and solid tackling there. Bailey and Jones, teammates from the Lee East club. And that was a power tackle from Paul Jones, wasn't it? On John Henderson. Ruane takes it over to the right. Sixth and final tackle, and that's the changeover. So Saints pressurised in Oldham there. Paul Jones in possession. Well, McAllister going in over the top, knees in the head, and McAllister having a word there with the referee Connolly. Cooper. Good ball, Beavers. Good ball to Loughlin. Out to Quirk. Quirk down the wing. Taking him on. He chips it up, does Les. Looks as though he was impeded. The touch judge is on there. On the far side. And Les Quirk there being impeded. After he'd kicked the ball through, Saints will be awarded a penalty. Good ball there, a Saints spread it from over here. Popular side to the main stand side. Quirk got it, lovely ball from Loughlin. He beat one man, then he chipped it through and was impeded. The referee speaking to Shane Cooper over there on the far side, the Oldham player as well. And as I said, Saints have been awarded the penalty. Chance for Paul Loughlin to put Saints in the lead. On the left-hand side there, it's a right-footed kicker. So should be able to float it in well. Kick 3 this evening. And as I said, Oldham, they're looking to stop up in the first division. Promoted last season with Hull KR and Rochdale. But they're at the bottom of the table. Rochdale doomed for second division football next season. Oldham are in 12th position. Sheffield are precariously positioned at the foot of the table. And an exciting match this evening for the match day mascot, Sean Lucas. He'll be lapping it up. He's a Saints diehard. I know he's only a young man, but you've got to start him young. Loughlin lofts it, floating in well. Oh, a superb kick from Paul Loughlin. Edges the Saints into the lead. 17 points to 16. Loughlin's fourth of the evening. And that Paul Bishop drop goal is the point that's separating the teams at present. But plenty of time yet, only 4 minutes gone. Oldham kick off. Cooper comes crossfield for it. Straightens it up, Cooper, right into the defence. Pushes them off, but couldn't unload it. McAllister comes in and clamps him. John Harrison. John Fieldhouse and Mike McClellan with their respective team talks at half-time. They'll have been geeing them up. Oldham just going to sleep at the end of the first half. George Mann out at 2, coming through. Ford wraps him up with Cogger. Groves for Saints. On to Paul Jones. Saints there, Paul Jones, who's running from a standing start. He got through 2 tackles as Bishop. Positional kicking, lofted kick. As Paul Round has to go back for it, it bounces kindly for him. He brings it over. Cooper comes up, completes the tackle. Bernard Dwyer in there. And Oldham in possession just outside their own 25-yard line. Solid clamp tackling, that's the name of the game. Keep the opposition down at their own end. As Ruane turns it inside. Saints urged to get back onside by referee Connolly. Ford looking for the gap, flicks it inside to Cogger. Cogger looking for support, turns round in the tackle, but Bishop pulls off a good tackle. Ford onto Joint, he releases it, the ball's loose. George Mann kicks it through. Round knocks on, the ball's loose. Can Saints come up with it? Going to be a knock on. Paul Round knocked it on. It's head and ball on the Oldham 25. So pressure there for the Saints. It was unlucky they didn't come up with possession, but they should do from this scrum, barring the divine intervention of Mr. Connolly. I think he's just showing the Oldham players how to pack. Well, he never even saw the scrum, that ball, did it? George Mann took it well. Good ball to Tanner. Into space. Tanner driving for the last. Oh, what a superb try! As the applause dies down, David Tanner with a superb try right under the sticks. The ball won from the scrum. It never even saw the scrum, did it? Bishop brought it out. George Mann juggled with it. It was fed inside, and David Tanner coming in, linking up from the full-back position, came onto it beautifully, sidestepped past the Oldham defence and went in unopposed under the sticks. No problem for Loughlin. Lap this one up, back heel it over. Right, it's under the sticks there. That's the extra points. 23-16 the score. And Oldham looking to make a substitution with Richard Russell coming on for Keith Atkinson. Russell takes the field. Oldham go behind. There's only been a 2 points cushion for the Saints before. That's the biggest gap they've had. 7 points now, and not bad considering they was trailing by 7 points at one stage. 14 points to 7. But Oldham kick off. Saints in possession. David Tanner linking up well there and showing his versatility as Jones gets it away for John Harrison. The ball's released. Saints tidy it up. He did well there, coming back. John Harrison spread it. And it was David Tanner that tidied it up. George Mann into space. Just taken down with Loughlin and Quirk on his outside. Mann plays it to himself and Mann's off. 35-yard run from this international Kiwi packman. He's being impeded at the play of the ball. But Oldham there, running up exceptionally quickly. Well, Bishop being mauled on the floor there by Des Foy, I think it is. The touch judge is on the far side, and I would imagine the penalty will be going the Saints' way. Paul Bishop being mauled. It's number 6, Des Foy. He certainly looks as though he was offside as Saints played the ball, but it's Cogger that's being brought out. Cogger being spoken to. Saints have possession, and Loughlin's going to go for goal. Going in with the knees is the indication. No, Loughlin's kicking for a touch. I thought he was going to line up after the referee had finished with him to tell him he was going for goal. But Saints with the tails up, a 7-point cushion, looking to put a further few nails in the Oldham coffin. Cooper, Harrison, back to Cooper, out to Jones, stretching through is Jones, oh! Through 3-4 feeble Oldham tacklers. As Cooper gets his troops, mustering them, Bishop straightens up, he's forced back, releases it to Dwyer. Saints on the charge now, looking hungry. The back end of the first half, and they've opened well. And it's Cooper again, threading his way through, looking for support. But a good clamp tackle there, as forward lying all over him. But referee Connolly unmoved. Dwyer driving for the line, 8 yards short. Saints, they look hungry for work. They look as though they're going to score at will. Harrison, the headed ball. But the Oldham player takes it in his in-goal area, and he's going to have to drop out from between the sticks. Well, the old John Harrison header, which is employed within 10 yards of the opposition's line, didn't come off that time. And we haven't seen that for quite a few weeks here at Nosey Road, have we? But McAllister to drop out. certainly can boot a ball. Beavers well under it. David Tanner comes onto it, sidestepping through up to the 25. Cogger completes the tackle, and Harrison away again from dummy half. To Bishop, Bernard Dwyer straightens it up. McAllister tackles him. Not the biggest of lads is Bernard Dwyer, but he doesn't half get through some work. Groves feeds it to the left. Cooper, man, inside to Beavers. Bishop, support from Tanner again. It's really hungry, putting it together, and the partisan, the home crowd, warming to them. Cooper, good ball to Loughlin, he couldn't take it. It's knocked into touch via Oldham boot, but I think it'll be brought back for the knock-on. So it's, well, an offside decision, I do believe. Yes, an offside decision has been given by referee Conley against the Saints. And Oldham, Charlie McAllister, going to find touch on the main stand side. Andy Ruane to restart just outside his own 25. When they play rugby of this class, Saints, they're certainly great to watch, aren't they? Well, they're great to watch any time, but obviously it's better when we're putting it together. Solid tackling, forced the Oldham man back 10 yards. McAllister, loop movement there with Ford, but Dwyer has him. John Harrison brings him down as well, and Cogger moves up attacking halfback, bringing it blindside, looking to scamper through. Solid tackling, nothing more than we can expect from the Saints. Ford flicks it up onto substitute Richard Russell. He's into spaces, Russell. He's only Tanner to beat. He chips it through, the chase is on. Bishop's there and Hunt kicks it dead. Did well Alan Hunt and Paul Bishop chasing that ball, but good play from Russell. Virtually a first touch for him. He found himself in a big hole. He chipped the Saints defence, but Bishop and Hunt back there, and Hunt booted it dead. Saints forced to drop out from between the sticks. Phil Beavers will do the job. So Oldham putting a bit of pressure on the Saints. The first time they've put any pressure on them in this second half. Beavers drops it out. Paul Lord, Mark Bailey and Alan Hunt bring him down. Russell attacked in half-back. Oldham move it in field. Onto Keith Newton. Round the chest there is the indication. Mick Ford. McAllister. Cooper comes in. McAllister gets it away to Russell. Round, linking up, but well taken down there by Beavers. But he gets up and releases it. So Oldham spreading it. The best passage of play from Oldham in this second half. And Cogger and Groves there just having a little altercation, but the ball's moved over to the far side with Oldham still in possession. Mick Ford looking to go through, feeds it outside. Oldham still in possession in the Saints 25. 6 tackle signified. Let's see what Oldham do, whether they'll loft this up in the air. Stir with Ford. Tanner coming for it. Takes it well. Oldham very lucky there, and Ford gets a try. Mike Ford coming up with a very fortunate try. He kicked the ball. David Tanner came for it. Unfortunately, it bounced off David Tanner's hands. Ford was there behind Tanner. He took it and managed to wriggle over for the try. Puts Oldham back in at 23 points to 20. Certainly a nail-biter. And this conversion to come, McAllister looks as though he's going to take the goals. Just before he does, if I can say happy 14th, happy birthday for tomorrow, the 14th of March, to Mark Genion. Best wishes from the Saints video team and also Mum and Dad. And I was watching the Halifax game last night in the Swan. A big mention to all the lads in the Swan, and especially to mine hosts, to Frank and Lynn Connolly. I do believe it's their wedding anniversary today. So happy anniversary to Frank and Lynn Connolly from the Saints video team and all the family. McAllister lofts it over. Puts Oldham back within a point. 23 points to 22. Loughlin to get us underway. 16 minutes of the half gone. 23-22 the score. Just that Paul Bishop drop goal separating the sides. Just getting their act together there was Oldham. As George Mann comes in, unceremoniously bundles his man to the ground. Russell it was. And very lucky to get away with that, Richard Russell. Ford trying to scamper away from acting half. He just scored Oldham's try, but Groves wraps him up. Ruane at dummy half. Turns it inside for McAllister for the kick upfield. David Tanner with plenty of time this time. Sits up nice for him. He has to take the tattle there of John Henderson. Paul Lord in attendance. And Alan Hunt. Very limited touches for Hunt this afternoon, this evening, I beg your pardon. As Newton and Ruane, ex-witness partnership, bring him down. Saints bring it blindside. John Harrison over the halfway line. Kicked through there by the Saints. Paul Round has to turn round and gather it. He's hoping it'll go dead. It finally does. So Oldham will restart with a tap from the centre of the 25. Ruane chips it. Paul Lord comes in and quickly dispatched. Saints captain Shane Cooper right on the job. 2 tackles in quick succession from the Saints there, forcing Oldham back. Got to clamp them, make sure they can't spread it. Ford, dummy half. Oldham bringing it blindside. Good clamp tackle from Paul Jones. Well, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball as the Oldham man. And the touch judge has given the knock on. But it was Joint that came through. He was playing for a penalty. He tried to cod the referee. But as he got up, he lost possession. And Saints are going to win scrum possession there, as they do. Bishop inside to Beavers. Beavers sees the gap. He has to drive for it as the Oldham defence came in on the far side. George Mann flicks it up to Cooper. On to Bailey. Playing well is Mark Bailey. John Harrison turns in the tackle, flicks it to Cooper. Cooper brings it blindside to Loughlin. Out to Les Quirk. Quirk again. Chips it through. He's chasing it. Well, Les slides into the hoardings. He chipped it there as Paul Round came over, but he's all right, he's Les Quirk. Shane Cooper saw the gap on the far side, on the blind side, with Loughlin and Quirk. But the ball going dead. Big cheers from the popular side as Jonathan Griffiths comes out. Warming up. Man of the match against Halifax at Thrumall on Sunday. But picked up a slight groin injury, and that's why he's been on the substitutes bench for this evening's game. I'm sure Griffiths will inject some pace into this Saints side when he comes on, as Oldham moving quickly over to the right. Saints tackling, still firm. Loop movement with Ruane. Inside ball there, Joint I think that is. It is, but Groves and Jones clamp him. Sixth and final tackle now as Alan Hunt drops back. Touch the Saints player, so it's all on. But Hunt goes back, gives the dummy, and drives up as Alan Hunt. Out past McAllister. Still going is Alan Hunt, tries to push Paul Lord off, as Lord tries to push him into touch. 25-yard run there, well. Bailey did well, he's still in the clear, is Bailey. Oldham moving up. Foy, offside at the play the ball, I consider there. But he did well, did Bailey. Come on, you Saints, is the cry again. Beavers has to take the tackle. Cogger quickly in. Beavers wants a quick play of the ball. Groves is there, and Groves is scampering away. Dumming to give it to Paul Jones. Halfway through this second half. 1 point the difference, 23-22. As Bishop kicks it through for George Mann. The ball's loose and Mann, he just couldn't gather it. Well, the knock-on, is the first knock-on going to be ruled? The Paul Round knock-on. Is it a Saints feed? I do believe it is. The Saints kicked it through. Paul Round couldn't take it. He knocked it forward. George Mann then couldn't gather it. But Saints come up with possession. Blindside Cooper onto Bishop. Out to Quirk. Oh, brilliant try. Quirk in for his second. And what a well-worked, planned ploy from the base of the scrum. Kick through there. The ball was from the Saints and Paul Round couldn't take it. George Mann couldn't either, but the first offence, the knock-on from Round, was given. Saints had head and feed at the scrum. The ball came out courtesy of Bishop. Shane Cooper picked it up in the loose forward position. Bishop moved on to the blind side. A lovely ball from Cooper to Bishop. He created space. Les Quirk moving in, and Quirk just had a run in. Lovely time ball from Bishop, and Quirk came in about 5 yards short of the left-hand upright as you're looking at it there. Extend the Saints lead to 27 points to 22, and Paul Loughlin looking for his 6th of the evening and shouldn't have any problem. Give the Saints a 7-point cushion again as Loughlin comes in. No problem there, he bangs it over. 29 points to 22 the score, and Saints with a little bit of breathing space, a 7-point cushion. So Saints sitting back in good style after a mistake there from Oldham. Good feed at the scrum, a blindside ploy, a lot of good ploys from the scrum blindside from the Saints team, and Les Quirk finished off in good style. His second try of the evening and his 20th of the season. David Tanner takes it centre field, brings it up to the 25. Cogger in, one of the players at the tackle with Keith Newton. But it's Paul Jones taking up the running, turning in the tackle, looking to unload, but good clamp tackling there from Cogger. There's Harrison again, right in the engine room, running on. Harrison, well, he just thought he could have broke away. Groves was sniffing behind him, but Harrison played it to himself. Cogger penalised for clamping him in an offside position. Saints awarded the penalty, and Paul Loughlin to kick upfield for yardage. Good kick from Loughlin. Finds touch deep in the Oldham 25. Alan Hunt there places the ball for Paul Groves, and Harrison first in again, but he misses Harrison out onto Bishop. Bernard Dwyer taking the ball over to centre field, and Groves again, and will we have a blindside ploy work from the Saints. Jones coming through. 20 yards from the Oldham line. Saints with a 29 points to 22 lead. Groves is scampering away. He's had the ball knocked out of his hands. Oldham are back in possession. Mark Bailey completing the tackle on full-back Paul Round. Oldham bringing it blindside. Bailey quickly in again on John Henderson. But it's Keith Newton taking up the running. Saints, that's the third tackle, and Oldham have only gained about a yard of forward movement. Joint, Chris Joint. Harrison and Mann in at the tackle. Saints sticking to the task, and it's certainly a tough game, especially after being involved in both teams being involved in the Cup Rugby at weekend. Mick Ford coming through. Groves clamps him. 6th and final tackle. The ball to McAllister for the kick up field. Richard Russell there centre field. As David Tanner has to turn, but they have to give him 10 yards. As Tanner goes right in between Russell and Cogger, but Russell just manages to get a hand on him. Beavers, as Loughlin comes up. Strong lad Lachlan, 6'3", 14 stone. Bishop with quick hands to Harrison. Support play from the Saints. Jones turns it inside to Cooper. Back to Dwyer. Dwyer gives the dummy. Into space is Dwyer. He's driving for the line. Unlucky there. Nearly finished off himself, did Bernard. But it's Beavers. Brings it blindside. George Mann trying to squeeze it at the corner. He's inches short. The sixth and final tackle is signified. Saints will move it crossfield. Shane Cooper waiting for the ball through the legs of Beavers. As Cooper moves it infield, Bishop chips it through, it's come back. The tackle counts made clean, but Saints lose possession and Oldham come up with the ball. Well, unlucky there, Saints. A knock-on being given, is it? Or the Saints being penalised? Well, Ford and Groves in there. And a little difference of opinion. As Paul Groves being brought over and spoken to, Oldham will be awarded the penalty. Both players being read the riot act. Cogger and Groves, but it's Oldham that will come up with a penalty. And McAllister finds touch 10 yards outside his own 25. They're trailing by 29 points to 22. There's 13 minutes remaining. Still anybody's game. Got a 7-point cushion for the Saints. That means Oldham have to score twice, obviously, to get in the lead. But it's Cogger flicking it up. George Mann taps it up, gets play. Well, Saints have possession. The man on the floor, isn't it? No, it went back to Cogger. Very unlucky there, the Saints. George Mann tried to get it underway. Cogger was on the floor, he got the ball, and he's alleged to have been impeded. So Saints losing ball possession in crucial positions. On 2 occasions they're just trying too hard. But Oldham up again in the Saints 25. Keith Newton. Well clamped there, Dwyer and Jones. Ford feeds it inside. Richard Russell, ex-Wigan campaigner, in the Oldham ranks now, and it's Ruane, brings it blindside to Joint. Looking for support, but well wrapped up at the second bite there. Good clamp tackling, and Saints will have to tackle like Trojans, make sure that Oldham don't breach the ranks as McAllister comes through. These big lads, McAllister, you can bet Paul Round will be up there looking to link up. Cogger. The sixth and final tackle signified, and Oldham will loft this in the air, I would imagine. Tried to get a fortunate try as they did with Mick Ford before. It's Ford there again, chips it through, it looks too deep, that is it. Taken well by Tanner this time, but Oldham penalised for offside. Paul Round being spoken to, and Tanner taken in the in-goal area. He's alright now, he's Dave Tanner. As Oldham looking to make a substitution with Joint coming off and Atkinson coming back on. The Saints gain yardage upfield. Groves bring it just outside the 25, and Cooper brings the ball up. So Saints weathering the storm there. It was well taken by Dave Tanner. It would have been a 25-yard play, the ball, but Oldham were penalised for offside. Groves at dummy half, inside to Paul Jones. Ford comes in to tackle him. And Oldham moving up quickly. Bishop, Cooper did well, onto Bailey. Breaks the first line, does Mark Bailey. I do believe Oldham Oldham are crying for possession. They do have possession. He just walked away, the referee. Bailey had it. But Lord comes up with possession. Oldham now moving it to the right. All round, taken down by Bernard Dwyer and John Harrison. Ruane onto Newton. Well, a knock-on being indicated and given there. The scrum down with the Saints feed. I didn't pick that out, but the Eagle Eyes below me on the ground level. Popular side, they spotted it. The referee did as well, and Saints come up with ball possession from the scrum. Beavers, loop movement with Bishop. Oldham defence closed down. Well, McAllister going in there. And McAllister comes up with ball possession. Bishop breaks it back. McAllister's offside. Saints back with possession and play allowed to go on. McAllister should know better. Well, Oldham man offside there clearly. Foy tried to impede the Saints, but it's George Mann running hard. It's Loughlin. Can we get Quirk in for his third? He's taken into touch on the far side. Good play from the Saints, but equally good tightening up from Oldham. The scrum down on the far side, and number 8 Joint, he's only just been replaced, but he's got to come back on to replace Foy. He's only been off the pitch 2 minutes, but he's back in the fray. Foy taking a knock. That's probably why he was a little late getting back on side. A scrum down on the far side. Oldham to feed. Oldham come up with possession. I think that's the first heel of the second half. But Saints forcing them back over their own line. They're just in the field of play. Cogger trying to scamper away. So Oldham using all the quarter of substitutions they've had this afternoon. Jonathan Griffiths not being used at present. As Oldham break quickly, well, Alan Hunt moved in quickly, and John Henderson couldn't take it cleanly. I think it was Henderson, that ball, to enable Gary Lord, his wingman, to get underway. Round at dummy half. Oldham spreading it. Support play forward there. It's Atkinson that's on to Ford. But he did well forward. He saw the gap. Sixth and final tackle for Oldham, and they're pegged in their own 25. Cogger there, throws it anywhere. The Oldham man, I think it's Atkinson that gets the ball away. Bounces unkindly for Tanner, but he gathers it. Breaks the first line of defence, which is Ruane. Time running out for Oldham, 7 minutes. Well, Oldham rake at the play of the ball, and it's allowed to go on, but a loose pass. Henderson tidies it up. So round there, raking the ball up, the play of the ball. Mike Ford inside there to Newton. He's striding up centre field, up to the Saints 25. Saints awarded a penalty. Temper's getting a little frayed, and is it Ford that's going to be spoken to? McAllister and Ford there, and he's still insistent he's Ford. Should be given 10 minutes sin bin, or certainly taken back another 10 yards. He didn't agree with the decision. 6 minutes remaining, 29-22 the score. Certainly an exciting game. Saints kick upfield, and Groves restarts just short of the Oldham 25. A lot of sloppy play in the second half. Certainly a few handling errors and refereeing decisions contested as regards to the ball pinching and at the play of the ball. But Saints still in command, 29-22. They're in possession, they're just outside the Oldham 25. And George Mann looking to release, he does. The three-man Oldham tackle as Jones strides up, support from Groves, gives the dummy, he's still going his Groves into David Tanner. Loses his footing. But Saints there, 20 yards from the Oldham line, moving into the left. Harrison looking for support, he's still turning, gets it away to Loughlin. Oldham tackling on the far side. 3 and 4 men come in. Superb cover tackling from Oldham as Harrison slipped it away to Loughlin. And he was dispatched into touch in the far corner. Scrum down with an Oldham feed. But out. Saints have possession. No, it's gone back on the Oldham side. I thought Paul Bishop had gone in for the ball. Obviously he had, but the Oldham man had come up with possession. And Saints penalised this time for an infringement. Had to play the ball. Bernard Dwyer named as man of the match. He's one of the tireless players in the Saints engine room, is Bernard Dwyer, but Saints get possession, snatch it out of the Oldham players' hands. Beavers has to turn back inside. Beavers straightens up, driving up to the Oldham 25. He's centre field, he wants a quick play the ball. Oldham are lying on him, but Groves scampering away, that man's offside. Forward. Yes, Saints awarded the penalty there. Ford was offside, not lined up correctly there. It was the indication of referee Connolly, but I consider that to be offside. Ford. And a chance for Paul Loughlin to finish it off. Just 4 minutes of time, plus any stoppage time remaining. Paul Loughlin is kicked 6. It's just outside the 25 and bang on centre field. So Saints coming away with the league points tonight and putting a nail in the Oldham coffin. Still with a 7-point cushion before this Paul Loughlin goal. Shouldn't have any problem. Strikes it well. The touch judges raise the flags. 31 points to 22 the score. Paul Loughlin with his 7th goal of the evening. And time running out for Oldham. Very fortunate to get on the board in this second half. Only that Mick Ford try. Well, Oldham coming through onto the short ball. He had a short kick-off. Francis knocks on. The ball's loose. Oldham do regather possession, but it's going to be a scrum down with the Saints feed. Oldham varying the kick-off there. Catching the Saints just off guard a little. Bishop comes up with scrum possession. Beavers turns back to Bishop. He straightens it up. He drives it down centre field. Bishop's on his way. It's out to Mark Bailey. But the Oldham cover defence comes back. Saints with a 35-yard forward movement. Cooper chips it through. George Mann's chasing it. Alan Hunt is as well. Can Hunt win the chase? Well, the ball's just gone dead, has it? Kicked by Oldham. Alan Hunt went in for it, but a lovely little chip kick through there from Shane Cooper with George Mann running rampant. Hunt just knocked it forward, and then Oldham had to kick it dead. Oldham forced to drop out. Jones gets it on the 25. 6 tackles now for the Saints to finish with a flourish. Well, Cogger there being penalised again for an infringement at the play the ball. So Loughlin, he'll go for the extra points. Why not? Saints fitness conditioner there, Dave Reed coming on as Sandman. Just waiting for the time to go by. Just time running out now. Played 39 minutes. Plus any stoppage time. And when Oldham give you the gift of a penalty in their own 25, you've got to take it with both hands. Extra points for the Saints. This will be Paul's 8th of the evening to add to his 67 before tonight's match. Strikes it well. Another 2 points for the Saints. 33-22 the score. There's the final hooter. Right bang on the 40th minute that, so no stoppage time in this second half. Saints running out by 33 points to 22. As I said, it's Oldham very lucky to get on the board in the second half. Saints closing them down. trailing 16 points to 15 at half-time, but second half points for the Saints coming from a Paul Loughlin penalty goal, then a Dave Tanner try converted by Loughlin. Oldham got the score then in the 14th minute with the Ford try, and then Saints finishing off at the end with a Les Quirk try converted by Paul Loughlin. 2 Paul Loughlin penalty goals in the last 2 minutes. So it's been a superb evening for today's matchday mascot, Sean Lucas. Sean from Haydock, as I said, he looked very smart there out as he came on, leading his team out. A real proud day for this lad. He's stone deaf. He attends a special school at Birkdale, but a big day for him, and I'm sure he'll look forward to reliving the match again when he gets the match day video. Anyway, thanks once again for joining us. You've been with your Saints video team. We're back at home here at Nosey Road on Sunday against Featherstone, so it's a bit of a novelty, isn't it? 2 home matches on the trot. We don't seem to have played a lot of games at home, but anyway, we look forward to joining us on Sunday when the Saints entertain Featherstone. Thanks once again, and the final score, Saints 33, Oldham 22.